In this video, we're going to look at how you create all the various products, sessions, and services that you're going to use in your point of sale system. To begin with, you'll want to be logged in as a full administrator. Next, under the billing system, you will find the two areas we need to focus on: the products, services, and sessions, and also the package builder. So just to be clear to begin with, products, services, and sessions is where you will create a list of all of the individual items that you sell. You will not create any groups of items in here. So for example, if you sell personal training and you sell it as individual or as packages of 10 or 20, you're going to create the individual personal training session under your product sessions and services. Then you're going to go to your package builder and create your various packages of personal training that you sell. That way the items are all recorded individually and can be assigned to clients and tracked. So let's take a look at the products, services, and sessions. So it's broken out into personal sessions, group sessions, services, and products. These are also in the tabs up at the top. To begin with, by default, you're on the personal sessions page. So here we have a bunch of examples that have been created. So you've got the main category as personal sessions, and then the subcategory where you can create the name. There's a drop down at the top if you're creating a new one that will give default names, plus you can just enter your own type, which is then used for future ones so you don't have to create it every time. You can also create the item name, which defaults to various minutes, but you can choose to create your own name as well. So let's look at a 60-minute personal training session. So here we've got personal training, 60 minutes, and the item name is PT 60 minutes. If we click the edit icon, that will take us in to the item itself. So again, we've got the drop down at the top, so if you did need to change the subcategory, you can. You can change the unit, minutes and hours, and the duration. The session link is going to be used only if you have multiple items that are available to be purchased, let's say through a punch pass. So in that case, let's say you have 3 different classes that are accessible from the purchase of any one punch pass. You would then link each of the classes or sessions using the same session link number. Then you would create the punch pass also using the same session link number. That way, if any one of those is purchased by a client, they'll have access into all of the linked ones as well. Next, you're going to give it the name. So here we can see PT 60 minutes is the name that's been used. This is what will display on the calendar. You can give it a description. This would be displayed in the virtual store. If you use accounting codes for your items, you can fill that in here. This is the default amount that would be charged for this individual item, and then the taxes that are going to be applicable. If you choose to inactivate this, it will simply no longer display in the point of sale and no longer be available to be used. You can choose to apply a staff discount. So on the point of sale, if a staff member is brought up as the client, it will automatically apply that discount. The sales discount can be used temporarily or permanently to apply a discount for every sale. And the agreement discount links to agreements where that box is checked on the agreement and then will automatically apply the agreement discount. If you use barcodes for all your sales, you can simply enter the barcode here. Then that way you could just scan the barcode and it will automatically add this item to the POS system. Here you can choose what your calendar color will be for this item. In this case, we're using khaki as the background color. Now you can choose whether clients can self-book or not. So there's 2 options. If you choose the self-book without a limited self-book, it will allow any client to be able to book this session online, whether they have the sessions available in their profile or not. The limited self-book will only allow them to self-book if they've already purchased sessions. Of course, if you uncheck both of these, then there's no self-booking options for clients. You can choose to hide this from the point of sale. If you're not going to sell this item individually and it's only part of a package, then you would hide this from the point of sale. If it's going to be used as a drop-in punch pass, you would check here. What that does is it allows for check-ins without an active agreement for this item. You can add an image which would be displayed in the virtual store. And in this case, because it's a session type, you're going to have your list of all of your trainers, and you can then set what they earn for this session type. Once you're done, you simply click the Save button at the bottom, and that will take you back to the main page. So that's an example of a personal session. Personal sessions are one instructor or trainer to one client. Next, we'll look at group fitness. Group fitness or group sessions are where you have one instructor or trainer to multiple clients. So that could be things like group classes, such as boot camps, sculpt classes, step classes, or it could also be group personal training. So in this case, we can see over here in the item name, there are several items with the number 1 in brackets beside them. This is an example of linked session types. So let's take a look at the bootcamp class. I'll click Edit to bring it up. Again, we have the category name, the duration of the class, the session link has been set. You can set the name that will display on the calendar. In this case, it's probably best to use a more descriptive name, like Bootcamp Advanced. And then you've got the description, and again, a lot of the same fields. You can set your calendar colors. Because this is a group class, you can now set a participant maximum though. So this is the maximum number of clients that can book into this before being added to a wait list. There's the same self-booking options, but now, because it's a group session, you can set the max number of times they can self-book per day and per week. And you also have the option to make this a court booking. Again, there's a little question mark icon, which gives a bit more detail about that. So this will make it a court booking session, which creates 4 text boxes when a client books this, where clients or staff can enter the names of the clients using the courts. So in this case, if it was a tennis court booking, it would allow you to enter not only the client that's booked the court, but the 2 or 3 or 1 other people that they're playing tennis with. You still have the option to do an image, and again, you can set a 2-trainer payout amount for what trainers would earn when they teach a bootcamp class. Next, we'll move on to services. Here's going to be a list of services that you offer. So this would be things like locker service or online nutrition, online cardio, things like that. So let's take a look at online nutrition. So we'll bring this up to edit it. So again, we've got the name and all the similar information up at the top, the amounts, taxes, discounts. But as we go down, there's a new section because this is a service that will make changes to the user profile whenever this item is purchased. So these changes basically can turn on or off modules within the software for that client. In this case, you can set whether the body comp is going to be editable or hidden, and then what modules are enabled or disabled. So in this case, this will automatically enable the nutrition module for the client that purchases this online nutrition for a 1-month duration. So if they buy this, it will automatically enable that nutrition for a 1-month period. Then it will expire unless they buy it again, in which case it will extend their expiry date. The resistance and cardio sections will continue to be disabled. Finally, we'll take a look at products. This is the most simple one. It's simply a list of the products that you sell. We'll click Edit to bring one up. Here we can see all the same standard information, but now you've got the ability to add a supplier, cost, quantity in hand, reorder point, and what your standard order are. This will help you with your inventory. Once you've created all of your products, services, and sessions, you can now go to your package builder and create your packages. Here you will simply create combinations of any of your items. So let's look at this bronze package we've created, and we can see, we'll click the edit to bring it up. You can give it a name, you can apply a percentage or a flat rate discount, you can choose to hide it from the point of sale or display it in the virtual store, set a maximum to be sold, or an expiry date where it will no longer be sold after. And you can set a combo package name that will display on the point of sale system. Also, if this package is specifically related to a competition you've created, you can set the competition name in the dropdown, and any client purchasing this package will automatically be added into that competition. There's a payment processing link for all packages, so that again, you can sell these through your website. Then you've got your list of items, which are simply selected from the dropdown. You can set your quantities and your prices. Your taxes are defaulted from the item itself. So as we scroll down, we can see all the information about it, including the discount. So in this case, we've got a 15% discount that's being reflected in the total. We'll save that, and you can create as many different packages as you want. And if you've done the agreement tutorial, you'll know that you can also assign packages in as part of agreements as well. Once all of your packages and products, services, and sessions are created, now let's take a look at the point of sale system. So now when we look at the point of sale, let's bring up a client, for example. The client details will load over on the right, and then we have the different options for the point of sale system. So now you can take a look at your products, and we'll show a list of all the different products you sell by category first. If you click on water, for example, now it will show the various types of water. You've got your personal sessions, group sessions, services, and packages that will also display. If we click under personal, we can see examples of this. We'll look under personal training, and now we've got two different colors here. The lighter color that matches personal is individual items, and the darker color that matches the packages are packages that have any one of those items in them. And that's all there is to creating your own list of products, services, sessions, and packages.